When you step into a zoo, you expect a safe window into the wild. Glass walls, steel fences, and trained zookeepers give us the illusion that human engineering can contain any force of nature. But behind the scenes, there is a secret list. A group of creatures so unpredictable, so destructive, or so psychologically fragile that even the world's most advanced facilities outright refuse to house them. Keeping them isn't just difficult, it's a ticking time bomb. Some possess venom strong enough to kill dozens of adults in minutes. Others carry an evolutionary drive so fiercely wild that captivity literally shatters their minds, turning them into lethal forces of nature. Today we are diving deep into the untamed world to uncover 15 animals so dangerous, so powerful, and so impossible to handle that even zoos have completely given up on them. Grab a seat, hit that join button, and let's explore the creatures that humanity simply cannot tame. Starting our list at number 15 is the apex predator of the ocean, the orca. For decades, marine parks showcased these giant mammals as gentle performers. But reality caught up with us in a tragic way. In the wild, an orca travels up to 100 miles a day, swimming deep into the freezing ocean currents with its complex family pod. When you put a creature this intelligent into a concrete tank, it is the emotional equivalent of locking a human in a bathtub for life. The result? Severe psychological deterioration. Their dorsal fins collapse and their frustration turns deadly. History has shown us devastating incidents where captive orcas turned on their trainers, dragging them underwater with calculated, eerie precision. Modern zoos and marine sanctuaries now recognize that you cannot cage an emotional 6-ton genius without turning it into a lethal threat. Today, ethically driven institutions refuse to capture or breed them, leaving the king of the ocean where it truly belongs, in the boundless sea. At number 14, we encounter the largest land carnivore on Earth, the polar bear. Unlike grizzly bears or black bears, which might avoid human interaction out of caution, a polar bear views almost anything that moves as potential food. Living in the harsh, barren Arctic, they evolved to survive on hypercaloric diets, hunting seals across thousands of square miles of sea ice. In a zoo environment, providing enough space for a polar bear is a logistical nightmare. They require massive territories, freezing temperatures, and constant stimulation. Without it, they develop severe stereotypic behaviors, pacing endlessly along their enclosures. But the real danger lies in their sheer power and patience. A polar bear can stalk a human for hours without making a sound, breaking through heavy ice or reinforced glass with a single blow. Because their instinct to hunt is absolute and impossible to curb, very few zoos are willing to take on the massive risk and expense of housing this unstoppable Arctic giant. Coming in at number 13 is a creature you might not even see coming until it is too late, the box jellyfish. Small, translucent, and fragile in appearance, this deadly marine animal carries enough venom in its tentacles to kill 60 adult humans in less than 3 minutes. Its sting triggers instant, unbearable pain, shutting down the nervous system and causing cardiac arrest before a victim can even swim back to shore. So why don't aquariums keep them? First, they are almost entirely invisible, making maintenance inside a tank an extreme hazard for staff. A single accidental touch during feeding or glass cleaning could be fatal. Second, their delicate bodies easily tear against artificial water pumps and traditional tank corners. Keeping a creature that is both impossibly delicate and mind-bogglingly lethal requires specialized equipment that almost no public aquarium is willing to maintain. One tiny mistake by a keeper, and the results are absolute tragedy. Moving to number 12, we encounter the undisputed king of biological weapons, the inland taipan. Often called the fierce snake, this Australian reptile holds the title for the most toxic venom of any terrestrial snake on Earth. A single bite contains enough neurotoxin to end the lives of over 100 full-grown men, or 250,000 mice. What makes this venom so terrifying is its efficiency. It contains a presynaptic neurotoxin that paralyzes muscles, combined with a hepatotoxin that literally causes blood to clot inside your veins within minutes. While they are naturally shy and prefer to avoid confrontation, the sheer potential for a fatal catastrophe makes housing them an unbearable risk for standard zoos. If an exhibit glass fractures or a keeper makes a split-second misstep during cage cleaning, medical help might not arrive in time. The stakes are simply too high, which is why most public zoological parks choose to stay far away from this biological landmine.
Top 11. Hippopotamus.
At number 11, don't let their bulky, cartoonish appearance fool you. The hippopotamus is responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than lions, elephants, and leopards combined. Behind those lazy eyes lies an incredibly aggressive, unpredictable territorial powerhouse. A hippo can weigh up to 4 tons, charge at speeds exceeding 20 miles per hour, and possesses a jaw force capable of snapping an adult crocodile clean in half. In captivity, hippos present extreme safety challenges. They are highly territorial, frequently aggressive toward caretakers, and their massive physical strength means standard enclosures are rarely enough. A triggered hippo will relentlessly batter reinforced gates until they give way. Furthermore, maintaining their aquatic habitats requires specialized ultra-heavy-duty filtration systems to handle their immense biological waste, costing millions of dollars. The combination of lethal aggression, unpredictable mood swings, and astronomical maintenance costs forces many facilities to completely strike the hippo off their list of manageable species. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the most dangerous creatures on Earth, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Producing these in-depth biological breakdowns requires endless research and field documentation, and your simple click helps our team keep bringing these wild stories to life. Drop a comment below letting us know which animal has surprised you the most so far, or if you think humans should ever attempt to keep these creatures. Now let's jump right back into our list with a predator that never backs down from a fight.
Top 10. Black mamba.
Taking the 10th spot is Africa's most feared serpent, the black mamba. Named not for its skin color but for the inky, pitch-black interior of its mouth, this snake is widely considered the deadliest fast-moving reptile on the planet. Unlike many venomous snakes that strike once and retreat, a black mamba can strike repeatedly in rapid succession, injecting large quantities of potent neurotoxin with each bite. Without immediate antivenom, the mortality rate is a terrifying 100%, with death occurring in as little as 45 minutes. What makes them an absolute nightmare for zoological facilities is their speed and nervous disposition. A black mamba can travel at speeds up to 12 miles per hour. They are hyper-reactive to sound and movement. If startled inside an enclosure, a black mamba won't just hide. It will aggressively search for an escape route, striking at anything in its path. For a zoo, the margin for error is zero. One loose mamba means an entire facility lockdown and potential loss of human life.
Top 9. Verson honey badger.
At number 9, we have a creature that holds the Guinness World Record for being the most fearless animal in the world, the honey badger. Don't let its small size fool you. This medium-sized carnivore will willingly fight off a pride of lions, attack venomous cobras, and stand its ground against anything that crosses its path. Their thick, rubbery skin is practically impervious to sharp teeth, arrows, and bee stings, and it is loose enough that if caught, a honey badger can literally twist inside its own skin to bite back. But the real reason zoos hate keeping them: they are brilliant escape artists. Honey badgers possess incredible problem-solving intelligence. They have been documented piling up rocks, dragging branches, using mud balls, and unlatching complex metal bolts just to break out of their enclosures. Once free, their utter lack of fear and relentless aggression makes them a massive threat to visitors and other animals alike. Keeping a honey badger isn't just a matter of building a cage, it's an active war of wits that most zoos simply lose.
Top 8th, Great White Shark.
Taking the 8th spot is the undisputed apex predator of the open ocean, the great white shark. For decades, major aquariums around the world attempted to achieve the ultimate prize, exhibiting a living great white. Yet every single attempt ended in heartbreak and tragedy. Great whites are built for infinite open space, relying on a complex sensory network called the ampullae of Lorenzini to detect tiny electrical impulses in seawater. Inside a glass tank, these sensitive organs are completely overwhelmed by electric pumps, filtration currents, and metal barriers. The disoriented sharks enter a state of severe depression. They stop eating, turn aggressively against their own bodies, and continuously ram their noses into concrete walls until they suffer fatal injuries. The longest any great white has ever survived in captivity was a mere 198 days, and most die within hours or weeks. Aquariums have finally accepted a hard truth: this marine titan cannot be contained. Attempting to lock a great white shark inside a cage is not an exhibition. It is a slow, guaranteed death sentence. At number 7, we look at the largest land animal on Earth, the African elephant. Possessing deep emotional intelligence, intricate family bonds, and memory that spans decades, these gentle giants require hundreds of square miles to thrive. When confined to standard zoo enclosures, their complex minds break down. Captive elephants frequently suffer from foot infections, arthritis, and profound psychological distress, often manifesting in rhythmic, unnatural head swaying. But the real danger emerges with adult bulls during a condition known as must. During this phase, a bull elephant's testosterone levels skyrocket up to 60 times higher than normal. A thick, foul-smelling liquid drains from their temporal glands, transforming a peaceful giant into a terrifying, rage-fueled wrecking ball. In must, an African elephant will relentlessly attack anything in sight, including caretakers, vehicles, and solid steel barriers. Weighing up to 7 tons and capable of crushing a car like a soda can, an uncontrolled elephant is an unstoppable force of destruction that very few facilities can safely manage.
TOP6, Wolverine.
Coming in at number 6 is a creature whose reputation for aggression far exceeds its physical size, the wolverine. Looking like a miniature bear with the attitude of a demon, this member of the weasel family is built for pure, unadulterated survival in the frozen wilderness. Wolverines possess a biological engine that never stops. They travel dozens of miles a day over rugged mountains, hunting prey many times their size, including caribou and deer. Their jaws are powerful enough to crush frozen bones and hide, allowing them to scavenge in conditions that would kill other predators. In a zoo, containment is a perpetual nightmare. Wolverines possess boundless stamina and a furious drive to roam. They will chew through wooden structures, bend metal wire, and dig deep tunnels beneath concrete foundations to escape. If cornered or stressed, a wolverine releases a foul, skunk-like odor and attacks with a relentless ferocity that leaves handlers severely injured. Keeping this tireless alpine phantom contained requires constant engineering maintenance that most zoos simply refuse to tackle.
TOP5, saltwater crocodile. And
reaching number 5, we encounter a living dinosaur that has perfected the art of hunting for millions of years, the saltwater crocodile. Growing up to 20 feet long and weighing over a ton, this is the largest living reptile on Earth. Unlike alligators, which can sometimes tolerate passive human presence, salties are notoriously aggressive and view humans purely as prey. They possess the strongest bite force ever measured in the animal kingdom, exerting nearly 4,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. Once a saltwater crocodile clamps its jaws onto a victim and initiates its infamous death roll, escape is mathematically impossible. In a zoo environment, managing a fully grown saltwater crocodile is an extreme gamble. They can remain completely motionless for days, disguised as a floating log, waiting for a zookeeper to lower their guard by a single inch. Their explosive speed over short distances on land catches even seasoned professionals off guard. One small mistake near the water's edge, and a keeper becomes food before anyone can react.
TRP4 stonefish.
Stepping into the top 4, we encounter the ultimate master of camouflage and the most venomous fish on the planet, the stonefish. Resting motionless on the seafloor, this creature looks so perfectly like an encrusted rock or piece of coral that even expert divers step directly on them without noticing. Arrayed along its spine are 13 razor-sharp needles connected to venom sacs. When compressed by weight, these spines inject a potent neurotoxin that causes excruciating pain so intense that victims have been known to beg for amputation. If untreated, the venom causes tissue necrosis, paralysis, heart failure, and death within hours. For public aquariums, housing a stonefish creates an invisible hazard. Because they remain stationary for days and blend flawlessly into gravel, cleanup crews and maintenance divers face immense risks. A single accidental touch during routine glass scrubbing or filter repair can lead to a fatal emergency underwater. When a display animal is virtually invisible and entirely lethal, keeping it in a public facility is a risk few aquariums are willing to manage. At number 3, forget the cute clapping seals you see at circus shows. The leopard seal is the undisputed apex predator of the Antarctic ice. Growing up to 12 feet long and weighing over 1,000 pounds, this marine mammal possesses a massive serpentine head with jaws lined with long, dog-like canine teeth designed for tearing flesh. Leopard seals are notoriously aggressive, curious, and fearless. They hunt penguins, giant fish, and even other seals, often playing with their prey before killing it. Because humans rarely interact with them, they view us not with fear, but as novel prey items to be tested. There are documented cases of leopard seals stalking research divers, puncturing inflatable boats, and dragging researchers beneath the ice to their deaths. Recreating a frigid Antarctic ecosystem requires specialized freezing facilities costing millions, but the true barrier is safety. A giant, highly intelligent predator that stalks handlers from below the ice line is simply too dangerous and unpredictable for any modern zoo to showcase safely.
Top 2. Komodo dragon.
Reaching number 2 is the closest thing to a mythical monster alive today, the Komodo dragon. As the largest living lizard on Earth, reaching lengths of 10 feet and weighing over 150 pounds, this prehistoric giant is a cold-blooded killer. For years, scientists believed their lethal bites were caused solely by filthy bacteria in their mouths. Modern research, however, revealed something far more terrifying. Komodo dragons possess sophisticated venom glands. Their bite injects toxins that inhibit blood clotting, drop blood pressure dangerously low, and induce rapid paralysis, causing victims to bleed out rapidly while remaining conscious. Paired with serrated teeth that rip open flesh, a dragon needs to bite a large animal only once, then casually stalk it for miles until it collapses from blood loss. In captivity, Komodo dragons present an extraordinary aspect. They are cunning, stealthy, and surprisingly fast over short sprints. Their thick armor-like scales make them resistant to minor impacts, and a single bite to a handler means severe medical trauma, limb amputation, or immediate death. And finally, standing at the absolute top of our list at number 1 is a creature that surprises many, yet remains the most dangerous animal to keep in captivity, the chimpanzee. Sharing nearly 99% of our DNA, humans often mistake chimps for cute, human-like animals. But behind that familiar face lies a wild animal with muscle density 4 to 5 times stronger than an adult man. As chimps reach maturity, their social hierarchy turns brutal. When stressed, territorial, or bored inside an enclosure, their mood can shift from calm to explosive rage in a fraction of a second. Unlike predators that bite to kill for food, an enraged chimpanzee attacks with targeted, brutal violence, specifically aiming for the face, hands, and groin of their victims to disfigure and incapacitate them. History is filled with horrific stories of captive chimps severely mutilating their owners and handlers. Because of their human-like intelligence, they learn how to breach security locks, exploit staff routines, and manipulate their environment. They are simply too powerful, too intelligent, and too violent to ever be truly contained. Looking back at these 15 extraordinary creatures, one powerful lesson becomes clear. The refusal of modern zoos to keep them is not a failure of human engineering, but a victory for wildlife respect. Some animals were simply born to roam endless oceans, navigate vast Arctic tundras, or rule wild ecosystems without human intervention. When we recognize that certain forces of nature are meant to stay untamed, we take a massive step forward in true wildlife conservation. Respecting nature means knowing when to pull back, admiring these magnificent beings from a safe distance, and protecting their natural habitats so they can live as they were always meant to, completely free. Thank you so much for joining us on this wild journey today. Which of these creatures surprised you the most? Do you agree that some animals should never be placed in zoos? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with fellow nature lovers, and subscribe for more deep dives into the untamed world. Until next time, stay curious, respect the wild, and we'll see you in the next episode.